It is so easy to make an emulsified sugar scrub. Now, emulsified sugar scrub, the difference is between that and traditional sugar scrubs is you're not going to have the oil sitting on the top. It's all going to be homogenized together. And don't worry about writing all the recipes down. I will have the ingredients in the description bar. Thank you for joining me today at Family Guide to Herbs Online School. I'm Carolyn Gibson, family herbalist, organic farmer, massage therapist, and I will be your instructor and guide today. Now, one of my customers' favorite things that I make is a sugar scrub, and it's emulsified. So you can see how it's all solid. The oil is not floating on the top. And the secret to this is using emulsified wax. There are many variations of this recipe, and just by changing your oil, changing your essential oils, your butters, there's just so many different ways you can do this. But today it's going to be an avocado honey sugar scrub. Now I'm starting out with avocado oil, and to this I'm going to add some shea butter. Now you could use mango butter, you could use cocoa butter, just any of the many butters that are available out there. And then I'm using stearic acid to give it body and emulsifying wax. Now I'm going to heat this on about a medium heat until the butter starts till the butter's completely melted. And then I'll remove it from the heat and keep stirring it till everything else has melted. Okay, now everything has completely melted, and I'm going to mix this with my hand mixer for 5 minutes. And then I'm going to let it cool till it's cooled down to 122 degrees. And I'll probably go put that in the refrigerator to kind of hurry up the cooling process. Now I could have used my KitchenAid mixer, and that way I wouldn't have had to sit here for 5 minutes and mix this up. Plus I wouldn't have made a mess. It had all been contained in the jar. Now sugar scrubs are really good for the face. There's many recipes out there. Sugar just exfoliates the skin, but you got to remember your face is not a scrub board. You still want to treat it gently. Salt is just entirely too rough for the face. And this is where you really want to use the white sugar. Natural sugar is really too coarse for the face, so you really do want to use the white sugar in this. Okay, now I'm ready to add my other ingredients. Now I've got some preservative because this is going to be used in the bath and the shower, and I know, this is all oil-based. Now if you knew for a fact you're never going to stick your fingers in it, always use a spoon to dip it, that would be fine not to use preservative, but we know we're all going to stick our fingers in it, so we need a preservative to keep mold, fungus out of it. Now I'm also ready to add my fragrance. Now I'm going to, essential oils, I'm adding vitamin E. You can add fragrance, but I think if you're using something on your face, it's really important to use essential oils. Now also, and this is totally optional, I'm going to add a little green coloring to it. Now this is mica. Mica is a mineral. And you can totally leave this out if you want to keep it all natural. And I'm going to start out with maybe trying to get like just a tiny bit, just so I can kind of see what the color looks like. And then once again, I'm going to mix this with my mixer until it all is well blended. I want to get it down to 80 degrees. Now I'm ready to add my sugar to this. I've poured this into a large bowl. And remember, this was avocado honey sugar scrub. Now I'm not using like honey from the grocery store. I'm using a honey powder. And when I weighed up my sugar, first I put in 3 teaspoons of honey powder. And then I added enough sugar to that to get my weight that I needed. And then I sifted it because you don't want any lumps in this or anything like this. And now we're ready to mix this with the hand mixer and gradually add in the sugar. Okay, now I whipped this a little, it was kind of creamy, and now I'm ready to put it into my jars. Now, because it says used in the bathroom, probably in the bathtub, maybe around the sink, you really don't want to use glass. And there's just all kinds of plastic cosmetic containers you could buy. But I found these plastic mason jar type containers at Michael's. Now, if you were going to be selling these, you would certainly want to measure, you'd want to weigh each jar to make sure you got the same amount in each jar. But if this is for family and friends as Christmas gifts or whatever, just go ahead and, you don't have to worry about weighing it. Now, what you do want to do is not fill it all the way to the top. You want to just kind of get it to this rim here, because as the weather changes, it's going to expand or cool off. So you want to allow a little headroom for this, for different temperatures. And then just apply it to a wet face until all the sugar, pat it on your face, rub it in until all the sugar dissolves, and then just go ahead and rinse it off. Now this because this does have the oil in it and has the shea butter in it, it's going to leave your face soft and moisturized and not dried out. So give this a try. You're really going to love it, and your friends are really going to love it. Okay, I made up 9 of the these were 4.5 ounces in each jar, and then I didn't have quite enough for the last jar. But I'm going to let these set and let the waxes and the butters solidify, because right now they're still pretty kind of liquid. You can see this, they're still kind of loose. But once all that sets up, I'll come back and kind of clean up the sugar off the rims, and then I'll put the lid on them. Okay, now you can see when I first got through with it, it was still pretty liquidy and oily and still pretty loose. Now after it sat overnight, you can see how it really firmed up. Now it's probably not going to be quite this firm because it was pretty cool when I took the pictures, and in your bathroom environment where it's going to be fairly warm, it won't be quite that firm. Now you can easily create your own formulas using different types of oils and butters, and I will also put this in the description bar. And FYI, hemp seed oil has a very poor glide and it would not work in a sugar scrub. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and share. We are a small family farm, and we need your support to continue to make these videos and share natural healing remedies. Visit me at FamilyGuideToHerbs.com. Now, my channel name on YouTube is Carolyn Gibson Herbalist.